As we gather together, we acknowledge that the land upon which our church and homes exist is the ancestral land stolen from the people of the Shoshone-Bannock, the Shoshone-Paiute, Coeur d'Alene, Kootenai, and Nez Perce nations, along with many other tribes whose names have been lost in history. We acknowledge that our presence here today is founded upon the exclusions and erasures of many indigenous peoples. With this acknowledgement, we wish to demonstrate our ongoing commitment to the work of dismantling the legacies of settler colonialism. We honor Indigenous peoples' connection to the land and support their right to sovereignty.
Good morning. It is so beautiful to see all of your faces and have such a full house this morning, and it is beautiful to see all of your faces at home. Welcome to the Boise Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. I'm the Reverend Sarah Lawal. It is my great honor to serve this beloved community. We are a community gathered to nurture spiritual growth, real connection, and faithful action for a better world. If that call speaks to your heart, you are welcome here. Whoever you are, whatever your life's journey, whomever you love, you are welcome here. Welcome especially to those joining us virtually. We are so glad you are out there reminding us of our wider community. We're all waving at you. You all know your cue now before I even say it. So great. But truly, it is a great reminder that we worship as one beloved community beyond the walls of this sanctuary. And we know that it takes a lot of courage to step across the threshold of a new community and check it out. And so to those of you who are joining us for the first time, those of you who still feel like newcomers among us, a special welcome to you. We are so glad you're here. We hope that you'll take an opportunity to introduce yourselves after the service for those who are in person and online in our chat so that we can warmly welcome you. We invite you to fill out a newcomer card so that we can keep you connected to all that is happening in our fellowship. And we have a lot of happenings. So I have a few announcements that I want to share with the whole community. A reminder that after worship, right-ish, we'll get coffee together. But we're doing our annual Deck the Halls celebration, where we come together in families and communities to liven up our space with decorations for the winter holidays. You can see our bear tree is up. By next week, it will be fully decorated. It is a potluck with snacks, so please feel free to join us if you're here and come down and join us if you're at home. And I also want to highlight our holiday worship services this time of year. We have an annual winter solstice service on the 21st every year. We're coming back together to do that again this year. And we're going to do most of that service outside, barring massive weather events. So dress warmly, and please come and join us for that service of reflection, candle lighting, and contemplation. December 21st. How about that, Lyndon? Ignore the slide on your screen and pretend it says December 21st. Okay, we'll fix that. Thank you. Now I'm completely off track. And then Christmas Eve, yeah, because we do Christmas Eve together too. That's always on the 24th, Christmas Eve. I don't have to say the date to you. And that's at 5 p.m. We'll join here, Christmas Eve together here, lighting candles together in space for the first time in a couple of years. So we do invite you to join us for that. And then we are having a Sunday morning, Christmas morning, informal worship service that we're calling a BUUF Cozy Christmas, where we are inviting you to wear your comfies, your pajamas, your loungewear, you know, all the comfiest things that you might wear on the couch on Christmas morning, and come down and have some warm beverages and some cinnamon rolls and join in a little fun and festivity on Christmas morning. Each month, this fellowship donates 25% of its unpledged plate offering to a local organization that aligns with our social justice mission. And for this month of December, that organization is the Learning Lab. They transform lives of adults and families through personalized education, English classes, and literacy programs to low-income families and children. There are many ways you can support that work and the work of this congregation by making a financial gift. You can do that online. You can do that on your phones. You can drop your cash or checks in person here in the offering boxes and also send them by mail. However you choose to give, you nurture this community, and we are very grateful. Our spiritual theme for this month of December, this month of the holiday season, is wonder. And today's beautiful service, centers music and the wonder of the winter holidays with extraordinary performances by our BUUF Choir and soloists and musicians, all under the coordination and direction of our extraordinary music director, Carrie Bastian. Thank you, Carrie. Yes, I feel it. Again, a sort of another first, if you will. A first, again, after so many years, an annual holiday music service was a tradition of this congregation, and it's really lovely to come back together and have that experience again together. So as we enter into this time of worship, I invite us all to take a breath together. Fill your body with breath. Breathe, knowing your breath connects you to one another, to your body, to our planet. Our breath offers us the opportunity for stillness, to tune in to our spiritual center, to listen deeply to our heart's own longing. Thou art the song of my heart in the morning. Thou art the dawn of truth in my soul. Thou art the dew of the roses adorning. Thou art the woven whole. Thine is the grace to be steadfast in danger. Thine is the peace that none can destroy. Thine is the face of the need-driven stranger. Thine are the wings of joy. Thou art the deep, to the deep in me calling. Thou art a lamp where my feet shall tread. Thy way is steep past the peril of falling. Thou art my daily bread. Thine be the praise of my spirit uplifted. Thou art the sea to each flowing stream. Thine be the days that are gathered and sifted. Thou art the deathless dream.
Each week we light our flaming chalice, a symbol of our free faith, a beacon of hope, love, and justice. We join in this lighting in solidarity with thousands of other Unitarian Universalists lighting chalices today in churches, homes, and in virtual worship spaces, reminding us that we are connected to one another and to a larger community of faith. Today, our chalice lighter is Katie Bell Applegate, and she will light the chalice. And you at home, if you have a chalice nearby, you are welcome to light a chalice and put in the chat where you light your chalice from today.
Join me in celebrating Katie Bell for her first time. Katie Bell is the daughter of Doug and Lydia Applegate and the oldest sister of Aiden and Ruby. One second. Okay, thank you. Katie Bell loves playing with her friends on Minecraft and all other types of video games. Talk to her about it after the service. All right, thank you. Thank you, Katie Bell.
With our collective chalices lit in all our places, I offer you this call to worship. Welcome, wonder. The gasp of awe and astonishment, that sinking into mystery. Welcome, wonder. In the darkness of winter, in the vastness of the midnight sky, in the stillness of stars, in the light of the radiant full moon. Welcome, wonder. In the splendor of snowfall, and the joyful abandon of snowballs and snow angels. Welcome, wonder, in the festivities of the season, Christmas carols and holiday movies, and too many cookies. Welcome, wonder, in the lights adorning trees and houses, sparkling with delight, in candles glowing on menorahs, kinnaras, and Advent wreaths, offering hope and beckoning miracles of wondrous love. In this holy and beautiful season, come, let us worship together. For all ages, I'd like to invite the children in the room, and they are plentiful, to come join us up in front to watch today's story about winter solstice on video. Come on down. Yeah.
The shortest day came. And the year died. And everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing, dancing, to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight, this shortest day, as promise wakens in the sleeping land. They carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends and hope for peace. And so do we, here, now, this year and every year. Welcome Yule!
Let us bless our community in song as we sing our children off to their religious exploration time with Jim through those doors.
May your mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. May your heart know love and your hands do the work of justice as
The first thing about winter is the quiet. Waking to a world covered in new fallen snow, the transformation of silent night to silent morning, all is round. If the transformation is deep enough, it might be a snow day. Impromptu Sabbath, cause to suspend all routines, time to play in the snow. Our capacity to turn adversity into opportunity, even pleasure, is a source of resilience. Knowing how to make a good snow fort and a proper snowball could come in handy someday. Take a moment to look up and catch snowflakes on your eyelashes. This is my 68th winter. For all but 2, home has been decorated with snow, ice, and trees. I was barely a teenager when I added shush to my vocabulary. Before I was out of high school, I learned to love the smell of pine tar and the contentment of cross-country skiing, miles along the Milwaukee River with the world dressed in white. My first Thanksgiving in Idaho, a dorm mate and I used the go big principle and tried skiing into the Wallowas. We averted disaster and learned from failure, at least. Then driving home to Wisconsin for Christmas, the plan was skiing the Rockies, starting in Winter Park. That went well. Then drive through the night to Jackson Hole for day 2. World-class black ice under Elk Mountain, Wyoming had the last word. Wear your seatbelt. For 66 winters, there has always been snow to shovel. Every snowfall brought work for our driveway, our sidewalk, and then whatever energy was left went to neighbors, one of my first paying jobs. After rest, then maybe a saucer, sled, or toboggan, and skates, long skates, ever in search of clear ice. From a flooded rink, the nearest pond, serpentine lagoons, to the half-mile span of Monona Bay, my one and coldest winter in Madison. This past Monday, a couple of young men checked in with me on the chairlift. "You must have been doing this a long time," one of them asked. "On a snowboard since 2003, I said, adding that I started skiing in 1968. How did the past get to be so ancient? "Wow, you must know everything," he said. I laughed and I said, "At least I know how to have fun when the snow is fresh." Winter calls us to worship, to celebrate darkness turning to light, to revel in good work and good fun.
Hanukkah is not like Christmas. No, in importance and character, it's really more like the 4th of July. And that's because Hanukkah is all about courage. It's the courage to stand up to oppression. And I will tell you the story briefly. A long time ago, in a land far away that is now called Israel, a powerful foreign army invaded the land. This army terrorized the Jewish people in every way you can imagine, including trashing the great temple in Jerusalem. After many, many months of suffering, a small Jewish force of guerrilla fighters under the leadership of Judah Maccabee found courage to fight back against the invading army. And against all odds, they prevailed, regaining personal and religious freedom and reclaiming their country. After their victory, the first thing the Jews wanted to do was clean up the temple and relight their eternal flame, but they could only find enough oil for one night. Feeling enormously thankful for their good fortune in surviving the war, they filled the lamp and lit the flame, and somehow, some way, the oil, which had seemed to be only enough for one night, lasted for 8 nights. The tradition of Hanukkah is to sing a blessing of thanksgiving while lighting candles each night for 8 nights. And the lighted menorah is such a symbol, such a centerpiece of Hanukkah. It's easy to see why many people think that when we talk about the miracle of Hanukkah, we are talking about magic oil. But the candles are not the real miracle of Hanukkah. The real miracle is courage and people finding courage to fight back against oppressors, and the courage to fight any challenge in life. When my children were young, we would usually have a Hanukkah party with lots of friends and family. Each family would bring their own Hanukkah menorah, a Hanukkah, and we would line up the Hanukkiot for the kids to light the candles. The wooden hutch which stands in the corner of my living room has burn marks, which always make me smile, as they remind me of small boys and girls waving candles around, knocking over menorahs, and nearly setting the house and themselves on fire. In my family, after blessing and lighting and maybe knocking over the menorah, we would all sing a little song. I'd like to be a Maccabee, strong and brave and bold, and fight and win every fight I'm in, though I am only 73 years old. Then we would eat a bunch of latkes and play games and laugh so hard that inevitably somebody would blow apple juice out their nose. This year, whether or not you celebrate Hanukkah, I hope that you, like the Maccabees, can be strong and brave and bold, and find the courage you need to face anything that comes to you in this coming year. Happy Hanukkah, everyone.
One light shines through the night, first unveiling candlelight, sign of things that happened long ago. Small lights flickering bright, mark the passage of every night, embers of remembrance in your glow. Shine through the winter, shine to remember, shine for the wonder that happened then.
I don't know if you all caught his t-shirt that said, "I randomly break out in show tunes." I randomly break out in poetry. In fact, I was reading a poem the other day, and this phrase caught my attention: a little cuddle with a dream in it. And I thought, that's what my new grandbaby is, a little cuddle with a dream in it. And that's the wonder of it. Each child born into this weary world is, or ought to be, a dream cuddled within the arms of a loving family and a loving community. We are told that the importance of the Christ child's nativity is that he was low-born. Christmas hymns resound with this idea. Born in a stable, attended by animals, visited by lowly shepherds, and then, lastly, by astonished magi, whose luxurious gifts come off as absurd in the presence of this unregal infant. The circumstances of the Christ child's birth announce a new system of values, prioritizing the meek and mild over the rich and powerful. What a wonderful dream of a new world. As I held my little 6-week-old Owen, swaddled and looking like a 10-pound burrito, I wondered at all he will encounter in his lifetime. How far away from city lights will he need to trek to gaze upon the stars and wonder, like our ancestors did, at our relevance in the vast universe? And how long will it last, this dream that the meek and vulnerable might one day attain their inherent worth and dignity? What can I do to preserve that noble dream, that wondrous dream? Wonderful because it contradicts all the evidence around us that our interests only lie in material wealth and unbridled power. Wonderful because it calls on each one of us to transcend our individual egos and build the beloved community, despite all the naysayers who have pronounced the dream dead. Who can hold a baby in their arms and say, only this child is entitled to the dream? The wondrous story of Christ's nativity invites us into a dream that is truer and more beautiful than our singular experience and our singular imaginations. For as Khalil Gibran writes, our children are not our children. They do not each belong to us alone. They are the sons and the daughters of life's longing for itself. The nativity story is the dream that life dreams for itself.
Mary smiles upon the child entrusted to her care. The starlight streams, the gentle beams fall softly on his brow. So heaven brings the newborn child a shining starry crown. Star of wonder burning bright, lead me to the manger side. Lie that breaks the darkest night, shine upon my soul. Shine upon my soul. What wondrous light dispels the night when love is born on earth? Celestial guide that leads the wise to wonder at his birth. Now from afar within my heart, this pilgrimage is made. We look with wonder on the babe who slumbers on the hay. Star of wonder burning bright, lead me to the manger side. Light that breaks the endless night, shine upon my soul. Shine upon my soul. Shine upon my soul. Upon my soul.
It is such a joy and a gift to worship among you and receive the gift and the wisdom that is just proliferates this beautiful congregation. Thank you, choir and Carrie, for this service. I want to invite us all into the spirit of prayer and meditation. And I'm going to invite us to embody the spirit of wonder this morning with a bit of a body prayer. So you'll be invited to move your hands just a little bit as you're comfortable. If you prefer to sit quietly and do it all in your mind, that is wonderful too. Let's start by breathing together. I invite you to breathe in that kind of breath that you breathe when you're in the midst of a moment of wonder and awe. That kind of breath when you walk outside and you see a giant full moon or a sky full of stars or a stunning sunset. Take a few of those breaths. Feel the breath and the wonder in your lungs expanding, moving throughout your body. On your next inhale, I invite you to let your arms raise up over your head, reaching for the wonder. Let your heart open. Maybe your head tips up just a little bit. Inhale that breath of wonder. And on the exhale, let that wonder rain down as you wiggle your fingers, sparkly fingers, jazz hands, all the way down, sharing that beautiful wonder with the earth. And then on the inhale, bring your hands back to prayer pose in front of your heart. Let's repeat that sequence a couple of times together. Big breath of wonder. Hands up to the sky. Big breath of wonder. Rain that wonder down. And a moment of pause and stillness. Big breath of wonder. Hands up to the sky. Rain that wonder down. Moment of pause and stillness. Let's do this last one together in silence. In the name of all that is wondrous and holy, we pray. Amen. Friends, I invite you to rise as you are able in body or in spirit and place your hands over your heart for our closing blessing. With deep gratitude to our choir, to Carrie, to our musicians for this festive, glorious, wondrous service of music and wisdom. Go forth into the world and be amazed and inspired. Go forth with hearts full of music and spirits full of hope and love. Welcome wonder all around you. Go forth and share it with the world. Blessed are we all. Go in peace.